you're learning stuff constantly, right? Like it's
Hmm.
nothing ever goes according to plan the way it's drawn up. Everything has to be, everything has to adapt. You have to be flexible. I mean, this last two projects we've done, that was right when COVID happened. I mean, it happened right at the start when there was a lot of panic ensuing. So that put huge strain on our timelines that we initially like drawn up. The city wasn't inspecting contractors. These are people I work with a lot. So I also didn't want to put them in a situation where, if they didn't feel comfortable being on site, I wasn't forcing that at all. So
Yeah.
we basically, things slowed down for a good like 2 months. But that's one thing that is killer with these spur deals is the longer they take. I mean, it basically cuts into your profit margin, just like a flip would essentially.
Hmm.
The one mistake, that this was a huge eye opener for us. We bird a fourplex, and this is at the time when I actually enjoy doing a lot of the work. I do, and it's been a huge mental hurdle for me to overcome. Just trying to do everything myself.
Hmm.
But so this fourplex, we were able to pull out all our money out of it, but it took over a year. It was like 14 months, and I factored in what I thought I was saving in labor. You could really, we could have had that project done in 7 months realistically, right? So it's like, at what point are you putting a value on your own time?
For sure.
Not only are you paying more in holding costs, but like how much rent was I losing over those additional, 5-6 months?
Hmm.
Now that property
Hmm.
pulls in, I think our rent roll on that one's like 5,100 a month, or something similar to that, but in gross. So think about that over the course of 5 months.
Yeah.
And then what I thought I was saving in labor, like it's like, okay, well, you actually didn't save anything. And I don't know if you've ever had a project that gets drawn out that long, but it can get to
Hmm.
a point where you just start like not wanting to go to that project anymore. It's like, this has just been dragging on. You lose that, you lose that motivation. You just want to kind of have it done.
I've been there. I had a similar path because I flipped property for a long time, but I did a lot of my own work. HVAC and electrical and plumbing I would hire out, but I would do the majority of everything else. And I've been there, where you're at month 8, month 10, maybe even a year, and it's just, man, I don't even want to go back there anymore.
Totally.
And so it's definitely a lesson experience where you realize the value of your time. You realize that there are people that do this for a living. They can get these projects done at an expedited process, and especially when you're burring. The goal is to attempt to come in at essentially zero, where you, like you said, get a property for free. And so if you can accomplish that and get it done in a much faster timeline, like you said, the rents will generally equal that out.
Oh, absolutely. It's also, but you know what? It's also a catch 22 because, had I not experienced that really, after that mind shift happened, it's like, okay, like what other areas of the business can I basically like outsource and systematize? So I like
Yeah.
maintenance calls before, I'd go to a house and try to fix something, a couple times it happened where I went there to try to fix it, be like, you know what, like this is over my head. So I've been here for 2 hours. Now I call a plumber. Now it's like, you know what, I'm not even going there. Like
Yeah.
here's basically, we have a system in place now for maintenance requests and stuff. So yeah, so it basically was a mind shift that had to happen. But yeah, like everything else, it's a learning experience, right?